like that better?
Huh? What are you doing?
Pushing it back a bit. It's a little
You
close.
the technical guy now? I think we're live.
Oh.
Go live.
Yeah,
Live. We are live. Oh, I still can't find out where the people are. There we go.
Oh, you've done something.
I don't need that one.
What time yet, is it?
It's 4 o'clock.
Look at that.
Comments. There we go. The comment box. Oh, there we go. I think we hit there. Yeah.
Ta-da!
Hey, you rock stars. Hey, Mike. Welcome, everybody. 4 o'clock on a Sunday. It's not your drive home show. It's your quarantine show. We'd like to, and I think first off, before we go any further, this is, yes, the shirt I wore yesterday.
He's in quarantine.
I didn't go up and change it, but I had put the shirt on right before we did the show yesterday. So
and then he put his
it's
pajamas
24 hours, and I didn't wear it to bed, so it's still got some life in it.
No, you put your
But Lisa
pajamas
did
on.
change her shirt that she had on yesterday right before we did this.
You really don't need to.
So just so everyone knows that. Melissa's here. Kevin's here. Kevin, are you back from your trip, or are you in the airport?
No, he's back.
Why does Kevin say hi, Lisa, and not hi, Mark and Lisa?
'Cause
Kevin,
he actually likes me better.
freaking vegetarians stick together, I tell you. I'm going to have a steak tonight now.
Hi, Melissa.
Back home with nothing else to do. Thank you for your support, Kevin. Kevin is a veterinarian or I got the words mixed up now. He is a veterinarian who is also a vegetarian who lives out in the Mississauga area. Okay, I needed to explain the shirt
He had to explain it.
because I just wanted to.
No, he just wanted to say I went upstairs to change.
I was lacking content for today, so it doesn't feel like Sunday. It feels like a Monday. Does it feel like a Monday to you?
No, it feels like a Sunday.
It feels like a Sunday.
There's your sister.
Yeah, you can put a Post-it note over my face, Kevin. Okay, so today I just want to let everyone know that I've made a decision. I haven't even told Lisa this,
Okay.
but I thought for the next 2 weeks,
Oh.
I will offer free homeschooling for your kids online.
Oh, good God.
I figure they could learn everything they needed to know about life.
No.
They could learn everything they needed to know about life in 2 weeks, and they wouldn't even have to go back to school.
No.
We-
No.
Are we under quarantine or self-isolating? Oh yeah,
Isolating.
I guess yeah, quarantine. I guess, yeah. Well, I guess no one's coming over anyways. Yeah, quarantine does mean you've been exposed. Deborah's fact checking me now when I post.
No, we're just isolating.
We're isolated. Yeah, because we're not. Well, we don't technically.
Hillary.
Hold on a minute here. We haven't been tested yet. Technically, we don't know if we've got it, and that's the big problem with this thing. There's so many people that are out there that could have it and don't know they have it. So in a sense, not knowing you have it, you technically could be in quarantine. Hillary, are you signing your kids up? I'll take all 4.
No.
We'll give you a special rate.
Hillary.
Actually, you know what?
Hillary, you know your uncle.
Lockdown deal. Lockdown deal. You get 2 weeks for free. What do you mean? Actually, maybe I should educate parents. Maybe we could do, like, for the parents, do a little education on that. Because I actually went out to the store today. God, my mic's hot. No, not you, Mike. This mic. I don't know if it's this one or that one. I don't know. One of them's spiking a little bit here. I'll blow the eardrums out of our listeners. Go with that. You're hot, Mike? Okay, you're hot. Mike and Ed mic'd the band, I guess. They did a live stream last night. It was very good. Actually, they did it at the same time we did ours, so I felt like Mike and I were competing like we were competing networks. He was having his at 4 o'clock yesterday, and we were on here. So, but the great thing is, all these live shows, if you miss it, like these live concerts, you can go back and watch them. They're just recorded. You just can't interact and give your 2 cents.
I watched some of those this morning.
Yeah, some of them are good. And we watched one last night. Dylan Island performed out in Peterborough at the Paradise Garage. He did a show. It was very good. So yeah, so go back and check out Mike Quarry. He's right there in the chat. So go on, click on his link, and you can go watch his show. A great show last night, him and Ed. Really good. Good original music. I'm still tempted to get my guitar out and do a song one day. If you do backups.
Not a chance to know.
Terry Maxwell just signed in. Terry Maxwell is also a performer. Terry, you're going to be doing a live stream? You should do a live stream, I think. Terry plays a lot of local establishments. Also a great songwriter. Yeah. So I went out to the LCBO yesterday. And I'm gonna talk, and you can keep an eye on anything important there. Do you need your glasses?
No, I can see. Thanks.
Are you sure?
I'm good.
Because we can get your glasses.
I'm good.
Okay.
Thanks. You may
So,
not make it through.
I went to the Peterborough, my hometown. Yeah, I went to the liquor store yesterday, and they did a very good job. They had the tape all on the floor, so they had around the cash register was even taped off a bit, so you couldn't even really get close to the cash. You could touch the cash, but you felt like you had to stay away. And they had a line up maybe 10 feet away from the cash register. So I was at the line, and some clown comes up and stands 2 or 3 feet behind me. Unfreaking believable that he did. I felt so uncomfortable, and I was so annoyed. I was afraid to say something because I felt like I was going to tell the guy off.
And do you want me to make you a London fog and bring you one over?
London Frog?
London
You
frog.
can't take it over there.
I can drop it on her porch.
But you've touched
she's
everything.
She's actually been away, so she can't even. I'd have to leave it at the door. Poor Ange is in withdrawal.
Ange is going to survive quite well.
Ange, I tried.
We can show Ange how to make one, London Fog.
It's not the same. You have to have someone make it for you.
It's always better when someone's doing it for you. Now, there's Susan. So that was just terrible yesterday at the LCBO. This guy standing behind me, but most people were keeping their distance. But there are some people out there just do not care. So today I went to Staples, and I went in Staples. And they were doing a very good job. They had a greeter at the door that told everybody the rules. The rules were don't get within 6 feet of a salesperson and watch for all the tape. So they had the floor taped off around certain counters. And what they did was they had a piece of tape 10 feet back from the counter. Then they had another piece 6 feet behind that, and so on. So very good. Very good strategy there at Staples. Then I went to Best Buy because Staples didn't have what I wanted. I went to Best Buy, and they were even tighter with their restrictions. So we had to line up outside. This was the one in Whitby, so if you know the store. So we had to wait outside. They let one person in, and they stood in a taped off with caution tape, taped off corner. They had hand sanitizer there, so you washed your hands. Then they waited for a sales staff who was free to help you, so you couldn't browse. And that guy came to the entrance door, and he says, "What are you looking for, sir?" And I told him I was looking for a cable, what it was, and he says, "I think we have that. Let me go check." He went and got the cable. He brought it over to me. I then was given the cable, I didn't even touch the cable at that point. He gave it to the sales checkout, and then I went over and checked out, paid for it, and walked out. And that was a great system because it really eliminated people. Just one thing it did was it is good for society in a way because it keeps the impulse shopping down. Because you're not walking around there now seeing all this stuff that you don't really need. You're going there to buy the thing you need. You imagine if you went to a grocery store and you had a list of what you wanted and that's all you got on that list. Because most times you go in a grocery store, you're putting more shit in that cart than you need. Oh, they're doing that in Home Depot. Home Depot all week up until Wednesday
Read
was
Angie's
a
comment.
joke. I can't. You're supposed to be reading. You're doing the comments
She
today.
said, yes, Lisa, it is. I can't even boil water in my kitchen. It's for looks only.
Oh my goodness.
4 days.
You need the hot water tap that we have. You just push the button, the hot water comes out.
Ange, when you're better and this is all cleared up, I'll make you a
When
London
she's better,
fog.
is something wrong?
No, when she's out of her lock, she's actually locked in.
Oh. Oh yeah, because she was away.
Yeah.
The lifestyles of the rich and famous. I was locked in the whole time. There's Tim, Kim, and Carrie. And Teresa's here. Hi, Teresa. Teresa just showed up, and the other day someone made a post on Facebook about a trip that the boys did. I think it was 7 years ago. We took a soccer team to England, and it was a March break, and we had to drive all the way from Bowmanville to Buffalo Airport.
It was snowing.
And it was a dreadful snowstorm. And Teresa's son and my son and two other kids were in the vehicle with me driving, and we hit an ice patch. I think we were in North Oshawa, coming down that on one of the roads coming Columbus, I think, coming down or something near Ritson. We hit an ice patch, and we did 360, a full 360 in the truck in a Ford Explorer, and I honestly thought we were going in the ditch, and we didn't.
They didn't tell you ever, Teresa.
And Teresa's son, when the truck stopped, luckily enough, we didn't go in the ditch, so we could still continue driving. But Kyle didn't turn. Kyle said, "Oh my God, that is the best thing that's ever happened in my life." Oh, it was a classic.
Oh, he's painting.
You're painting?
Being productive.
Don't come in here telling us you're doing stuff around the house. Oh, now I feel bad.
Yeah, you should.
What? I made your tea.
You've got some jobs.
Like what?
The railing.
Yeah, I got to get parts. I'm not going. I went out today. I risked my life today, But no. So anyways, back to Best Buy. So important note about
and Jim.
Best Buy is I started talking to them while I was standing in my square because I have to talk to everybody, and I asked the security guard, and he says yes, he had to work. But the folks in Best Buy, they didn't have to work if they didn't want to. So everybody working in the store, there were 6 people working in the store. 6 people, they didn't have to work, but they opted to, and everybody that works for Best Buy is getting full pay. So even if you say you don't want to work, they were paying you. The people that were there today were there on a voluntary basis. So I thought it was pretty nice. Pretty nice. They were.
Kim said Little Caesars has a unique procedure. When you order online, they give you a code. You go pick up and have to enter the code.
You got to talk in your mic.
Well, then I can't see it.
We'll move the mic. Oh my goodness! I know you guys are saying you mark. I don't know how you do it.
Mark your
Read the thing.
You enter your code. The door opens, and your order comes out. You don't see anyone or interact with anyone.
That sounds like perfect.
U.S. on fire. Cases now 14.
6 feet apart. We are. It's just an illusion. Kevin, I said to Lisa, and Lisa said she couldn't bear to be more than 6 feet away from me.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, that's what I said.
Ray's here. Hey Ray, how's it going? Good to see ya.
Yeah, I do need a bigger screen.
Get a bigger screen. What are you saying about Lisa? She needs a bigger screen?
So I can see it.
You can't. Well, you could look on your phone and see the comment. I already told you that. You could probably open up the thing, go to it.
Whatever.
Oh my goodness. So, anyways, Born on This Day. We did Born on This Day. Yeah, I know. Exactly. It is tricky. The mic. It is tricky. So, Born on This Day. Andrew Lloyd Webber was born on this day in 1948.
Wow.
So what does that make him? See, this is the homeschooling part. I could do this with your
Hi, Ray.
kids. I could do this with your kids.
Hi,
Your kids
Jim.
could be here, and they could have to answer now, do the math question. How old would Andrew Lloyd Webber be if he was born in 1948? Whether or not he was Weber, like the barbecue. Maybe he didn't. No, he didn't do the barbecues.
No.
Phantom of the Opera and barbecues. But 1948, even that's a tough question for most of you adults listening. Can you do it quick? No, you can't do that quick. Even I'm having trouble. 70, 80, 82? 82, I guess he is. 82. 72. 80.
Yeah, you want Mark to
He's
homeschool your
82.
kids.
72, 82, 72, 72. I don't know how old he is. See? Can't even do the math myself. 71. There you go, Jim. 71? 72. He would be 72 if he was born in 1948, because it's
57
2020.
years for your mom and dad tomorrow.
Oh, it would have been my mom's anniversary. 57.
72.
Wow, this is like a trick question.
Your mom said
72.
71. Jane said
72. It's 72. 72.
So I was right.
What'd you say?
I said 72. You
So
said
maybe tomorrow you do the math part of the homeschooling.
Apparently,
I think that
I
isn't
should
Rob
be
Ford
teaching, not
isn't
you.
isn't there an on? I think Rob Ford's doing it, isn't he? Depends on the month. Born on this day. Okay, Suzanne Sully.
Hi, Ed.
Suzanne Sully. I don't even know who Suzanne Sully is.
I don't either.
1963. Reese Witherspoon. 1976. That sounds young, but is that young today? 76?
Younger than you.
Yeah, it is. Quite a bit. William Shatner, 1931. Whose birthday? William Shatner, 1931. And it's Pat Robertson. It's Pat Robertson's birthday today. That one's for you.
I think your mom's asking when Andrew Lloyd Webber's birthday.
When is his birthday? Today. These people were
72.
Yeah, today. He's 72 today.
Mm-hmm.
50 plus the 20 plus the 2.
There
That's
you
what we're going to
go.
work on tomorrow, kids.
Mark might need some help.
Oh, maybe yesterday he was 71.
Oh, you didn't say 71.
Okay, and also on this day, the Beatles released their first album, Please Please Me. So a little trivia there for Jim Norwood. So yeah, Best Buy, I was very impressed with Best Buy today. There was a lot of cars at Home Depot still. I guess people are doing a lot of jobs around the house.
Like JP.
JP is whipped. JF.
JF,
Well,
sorry.
it could be JP because his last name is a P. And he's French, so the JF, maybe the JF in France is good, but here JF's tricky. He's got the trick. But he goes by the Rockin' Krolick. Do you know what a Krolick is?
No.
You don't know what a Krolick is? That could be the trivia. What's a Krolick? Here you go. Here's your trivia question today. What's a Krolick? A Krolick is Polish for bunny.
Krolick?
His wife is Polish, and Krolick is Polish for bunny.
Hmm.
So
Interesting.
His wife must call him her little bunny. So he called himself the Rockin' Krolick. I'm just reading into this. You just spilled some paint there, Jeff. So yeah. So
Is that how it works?
yeah.
Interesting.
So we did have our pizza last night,
We did.
and we did drink a bottle of wine,
We did.
and we have leftover pizza tonight, right?
More leftovers for
We're
you.
having leftover pizza tonight, though,
Mhm.
right? So I've gone ahead and put another bottle of wine in the fridge.
Oh, jeez.
How's that? Lockdown planning. Steve's here. Ken's here. Bunny Rabbit.
You looked it up, Teresa.
Teresa, we're way past that now. So, does anyone out there have any questions for us that we can answer?
That's it exactly.
Not tricky. Not.
You're right. He gets called a bunny.
Yeah.
Her little bunny.
He's a real hopper, though. He's painting the house. He's doing all these things.
See? He deserves to be called
It's
a cute
good
little
though.
boy.
More leftovers tonight, Mom. It's okay. I don't mind. Question? Joanne's got a question? Okay, Joanne, what's your question? Can say no.
Why does Lisa keep giving you leftovers?
I love leftovers. I freaking love leftovers. And we had one, so we cooked 4 pizzas last night, and we had 2 of them. Have you guys making wine in an Instapot?
No, I don't have an Instapot.
Cindy, we're not addicts. Okay, we're not that far yet. We're not that far.
We did get the Lambrusco.
Wine in an Instapot. That's Lambrusco, and they have 2. They just all of a sudden have another type of Lambrusco that was $1 cheaper, which was even better.
Well, they were both really good.
Why did? Because now I'm getting grilled. See, this is why I wanted to be open so we could discuss these things. Mm-hmm. The reason I went was because I wanted to see first off how the LCBO was handling things, which was very good, except for the idiot that was there. But I can tell you right now that we are going to have to learn to live like this for not just 2 weeks, for a month. I think we're going to have to at least live like this for the rest of the year, because you won't see a vaccine for 2 years. So this thing could linger for such a long time, and we will not be able to stay in our houses for 2 years. Financially, any of us. Well, some of us might. So I think we got to start now learning. This is my theory and opinion. We have to start now learning ourselves, how are we going to get comfortable with living like this? So you know what, you're gonna be in a lot of awkward situations. I think but I think now I got used to it, just going out to and I really like what they did at Best Buy. It was really good. There was good distance. Everyone was taking the right precautions. But I have no reason to go anywhere else now. But it was good to see. But there is a lot of younger people that really I don't think are taking it seriously. So I think, maybe to avoid the stores is avoid the young people. And the LCB is full of those. It's not, no. Well, alcohol is going to become a necessity.
I don't know. Do you want to keep seeing your brother?
Yeah, and the other thing is you can order the LCBO to your door.
You can.
You can. So that should have been done.
Pretty much order anything to your door nowadays.
So, yeah. But I was going out to Home Depot last week for work up until Wednesday. And I was even feeling uncomfortable with that. But yeah, yesterday did a road trip. Body condoms. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. I think, be honest with you, Kevin, I don't think we're doing much shopping at all just to save our money right now. I think that's the other thing. I think there's lots of stuff we can buy. I think I would have no problem buying certain things. Like with our coffee, we do have almond milk once in a while, so I don't see a problem. I don't see a problem buying like almond milk online and all that kind of stuff. We do like a lot of fresh produce, though you can still get that. But our seeds are coming for our... they're coming up really good now. What is it? Kale? Kale and Swiss chard we have currently.
Tomatoes haven't come up yet.
I'm going to look like kale and Swiss chard. I'm going to be a rockin' crawlick by the end of the summer.
You'll have to share.
Actually, we have to get the bunny out of the greenhouse.
Yeah,
because he's going to frickin' he's going to just devour everything.
Maybe I'll just plant a little garden outside for him.
He doesn't understand.
He will. We'll just block it off so he doesn't.
We'll get your dad over here with the rifle.
No, we won't. No. We can share.
Yeah, I think, is anyone else going to be growing vegetables now? Is anyone more inclined to put some vegetables in their backyard because of what's going on? That's a good question. That's a good thought. And that would be a good project, though some of you might have to go out and get seeds, but you can have seeds ordered.
Katie has a question.
Yes, Katie. What should you bring to your online schooling tomorrow?
She's getting used to her.
My sister Joanne has a good story. She went, well, not a good story, but something she was telling me today, that she went out and went in the house and gathered all the toys her daughter hasn't played with or hasn't even opened and brought them all out. You can't hear Lisa because Lisa doesn't listen when we tell her she has to put her Easter bunny Do I think the Easter
Please
Bunny will come this
remember
year?
You're talking to your niece.
Easter Bunny. Yes, the Easter Bunny will come this year. Take that, Joanne.
Joanne's testing you
But the
today.
thing with the Easter Bunny, in times like this, the Easter Bunny's probably going to have to be more creative. The Easter Bunny's probably going to have to be a bit more creative on what the Easter Bunny brings this year. Because you got to remember, the Easter Bunny, not only, this doesn't affect the Easter Bunny, but the climate change has been affecting the Easter Bunny. So it's harder for the Easter Bunny now because people aren't looking after the climate. So the Easter Bunny's having a tougher time. So if people want to see the Easter Bunny in the future, they better start looking after the climate. We were actually going to cover that in science in the online schooling.
Teresa says the bunny needs to stay safe too.
But no, the bunny can't get it. Animals can't get it. They can give it to you though. Those bats in China did. That's interesting. Animals, they say like dogs can't get it, but they say this virus came from animals, like humans eating bats.
They were eating them.
I know. So it did. So you can get it from an animal if you eat it. Yeah, I'm really liking the homeschooling thing.
Yeah.
Well, this is really. I'm really work. This is work. Freaking kids are asking me these questions.
She's your niece. She's allowed.
We can't see what? Move the screen?
Move it to my side.
I'm going to get 2 cameras.
You should. His and hers. What are you doing?
How's that? Is that better?
No, just I can read it.
So gross. Oh, eating the bats? We don't like eating bats here.
Dogs have had coronavirus for years. As Kevin said.
Yeah, Kevin, we got veterinarian here. We got everybody you need to know, everything you need to know here. We got all the people. We got all the... Yes, they have. But I don't think whether they have this, the COVID-19, I'm not sure. But, and I did see, and I don't know if Cindy is still online here, but I think there was a post on Cindy's page showing a... No, I didn't. Uncle Mark, did you call me a frickin'? No. Did I? No.
Did you?
No.
Oh, I'm going to listen
I would.
back. If he did, Katie,
No,
he's in big trouble.
No.
The comment screen. Can you make that bigger?
Oh, this bigger?
I don't know if you can.
Oh, I'm not touching it. Kevin, if she put her glasses on, we wouldn't have an issue. Yeah, Cindy's here. So, Cindy, didn't you have a post showing something from the vet that showed that it was checked off as coronavirus, and it was checked off? I don't know if it was a vaccine or it just showed that the dog tested for it. I don't know if it was yours or you just shared the post, but I don't know if it was Cindy. Maybe it was somebody else, but I thought it was Cindy, actually, because I was going to go back and look for it. But then someone told me dogs can't get it, so I thought maybe it was just false news. Ah, okay. There we go. Right. So then you could test the dog for the coronavirus, and the dog technically could, on a form, could show that the dog had it, and that's where it came from. And then that's when it becomes that, yes, Hillary says they have a dog vaccine. You better check with Kevin, Hillary. He's a vet.
It's a gastrointestinal.
Yeah.
I can't even say that word.
Yes, there is a vaccine for puppies. Oh, good.
Connect the laptop to a smart TV.
Oh, my God. We don't have a smart TV. We're cutting back. I think Lisa could open her phone and read it off the phone very easily, too. But I suggested that, Ray, but you know the struggles.
Yeah, he has a hard
I'm going to
life.
open mine. You talk.
He has such a hard life, he does. You had some stories you said you were going to tell.
Oh, yeah, I want to tell a couple of stories. But I would have to find it. So there's the comments right there. that better for you? Oh, got to turn the
Oh, you
sound
got
on.
to turn the sound off.
Oh, there's quite a lag on here.
Hi,
There you go.
Paula.
Okay, we got it figured out now.
Bianco's all walked.
Okay, so I tell a story. Funny story. What one should I tell? There's so many.
I've heard them all, so it really doesn't matter.
So when we first came to Canada, we lived in an apartment building in Scarborough.
Hi, Lisa.
Roberto's here. Roberto here. So we lived in an apartment building. So I, as a wise guy with a bunch of kids, we went down to where the garage doors were, and they were all throwing rocks, trying to break the lights, the floodlights shining on the walkway or the drive-through part of the garage. Well, guess who hits a light and breaks it? Well, standing there, which I didn't know, there was the superintendent's kids. So they dragged me all the way up to my mom, or to our house, to our apartment, and took me in and said, "Your son has been breaking the lights on the garage door, and if he does it again, my parents are going to evict you." We were new to Canada, so my mom was freaking out. She's all upset. "Mark, what have you done?" Da 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 da. She's in tears. She's crying. I'm crying. We're all upset. So, anyways, she said, "If this ever happens again, you're in extreme big trouble." Well, one day, shortly after that, I was down in actually, maybe it was before, but I had found a fire extinguisher in a sack in the ravine. If you're familiar with Lawrence Avenue past the old police station at 43 Division, there's a big bridge that goes over the I don't know what they call it, the creek there. But I found this fire extinguisher in a sack. So my friend says, "You should take that to the police station because you might get a reward." So I hauled this thing all the way up to the police station, and sure enough, take it in there, give it to the police officer. He takes my name and my information, and he said, I don't know, he might have said to me, he said, "If no one claims it, it's yours," kind of thing. So we all got excited, and then we were wondering how much we were going to get for it. So anyways, time goes by, 30 days, we completely forget about this. But I think it must have been a few days or a little bit before this incident with the lights. Then all of a sudden, I guess the 30 days is up. The buzzer goes on the apartment intercom, and it's some guy says, "This is Constable so-and-so. We'd like to come and speak to Mark Robinson." So my mom freaks out. So here I am sitting on the couch. My mom's crying, bawling me out. I'm crying. I got tears coming down my face. I'm pleading with her. "I've done nothing wrong. I've done nothing wrong." "Yes, you have. Why are the police coming to my door? You broke the wind. You broke the lights. And now the police are here. Oh my God, what have you done? We're gonna get kicked out of Canada. It's gonna be awful." All of a sudden the door opens and my mom goes, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." And the police officer goes, "It's okay. Settle down." And she goes, "What has he done? What has he done?" She goes, "Well, he really hasn't done anything. He just found a fire extinguisher 30 days ago. And we want to know if he wants it." I will never forget that. That was a very dramatic. I think that's why I never turned into a criminal. I was so afraid.
Hillary asked a question. She said, "What are some good veggies to grow at home?" We grow tomatoes, Swiss chard, kale, the Italian green beans.
I think you want to start with stuff that's tough.
And
like, well, not tough, but that's
a lot of herbs as well.
That's very that's easy to grow. I think that's what you want to start with, because if you just go and buy like even peppers or stuff like that, if you just buy stuff like that, though, if you put that stuff out there, unless you know where to put it in the garden, it gets the right sun, shade. All makes a difference. So I think what you should do is Google vegetables that are easy to grow.
I have a story.
Okay, you want to tell a story?
Yeah. It was the first year we had the greenhouse, and we planted peppers. We were really excited because we had one huge red pepper growing on the plant. And I went out, and Mark was home with the dogs in the backyard. And Charlie went in the greenhouse, and he took the pepper, plant and all, and he started running around the backyard with it. And Mark was so mad. Well, poor Charlie, he loves peppers. I give him peppers when I'm making stir fries, and he absolutely loves them. So he didn't know any better. He smelled this pepper and he thought, great. And Mark was chasing him around the backyard, trying to get the pepper out of his
And that's why
mouth.
we have a 3-legged dog.
I thought that was
Oh,
funny.
Charlie. But now so we were in the greenhouse at the end of the year putting stuff in there for storage, and we heard something big bang, and there's a very big bunny living in there. But I think he lives in the shed, but
Under the shed.
he has a 2-room house. And then he makes a little trip through the other garden and he's dug underneath and he lives
It's
inside.
for those cold nights. He goes in the...
Charlie is such a goof. Charlie the dog. If there's any Charlies watching, it's not you. But they're all snoring right now because we had our walk.
Yeah, they like their walk.
And there was lots of other dogs on their walk today, so it was a bit chaotic.
Second question. I don't have a garden, so ones that would be easy to do in pots. Cherry tomatoes,
Pot.
herbs,
You can make edibles.
depending on the size pot, I guess.
Well, you can put tomatoes. Tomatoes are great in a pot.
Yeah.
Cherry tomatoes
Yeah,
be great for the kids, and you get the kids involved in picking them. And I think it'd be great if each kid had to kind of grow
Look after their own
like
plant.
their own pot of tomatoes. I think that would be really good, and then they could just see how hard it is. And I think the value you would get for your child learning how hard it is to grow vegetables, because when you have even with a greenhouse, and everyone goes, "Oh, you're so lucky with a greenhouse," but the problem with the greenhouse is there's no water in there unless you water it.
Well, we do have it.
But you gotta water it a lot because it gets so hot in there. So you're almost putting more water than you need because the amount of heat. So we run a fan in there to try and cool it, but it is extremely hard to grow vegetables.
We do, Teresa.
We have a frolic in your shed. We're doing a little frolicking.
Hi, Gord.
I always get that word frolic mixed up with frolic. A rocking frolic. It's kind of what's a frolic?
I don't know. Look it up.
Frolic something
Google
you
it.
do. Google it. Yeah, I think everybody should try growing some sort of vegetable. It is extremely hard. And then you would have an appreciation for people that have to grow organically because the bugs eat everything, right? Look how many bugs we get on stuff like leaved vegetables. Even in our backyard, you get a lot of bugs. Yep, that's why you have sprays and stuff. That's why in order to feed the world.
Struggle.
Yep. You talk. Any more questions? I got some questions.
I have no questions.
You know questions?
No questions.
How many sides are there to a circle? How many sides are there to a circle? We're doing a little homeschooling today. We're getting the kids ready for tomorrow. Gord, you can bring the kids here, and we're going to do homeschooling online. Tomatoes and zucchinis are the easiest. There you go. Kale's pretty easy. Kale's easy, and you make kale salad. Kale salad is delicious. You just take the kale, but you got to what's the word? Bruise it a little bit before you eat it. Massage it, not bruise it. Massage it. And yeah, so
Teresa looked it up for you. To run around, have fun, be silly is to frolic.
Yeah. So we're frolicking right now. We're not running around.
Katie answered your question, and she said 1.
Nope.
Your mom said 1.
The inside and the outside.
Oh, jeez.
Should I say they were riddles?
Yes, you should have.
I did hear that the guys that make, I don't know if it was a certain race car, but the guys that make Formula One engines, one of the companies, is making ventilators. They're making ventilators right now. So we heard of people, breweries making hand sanitizers. The guys that make Formula One engines are making ventilators. Ventec, I think they're called, but they're making ventilators for the hospitals because there's going to be such a need for them. So that was I saw that on the news today. I haven't been on my phone much today, which has been great because this morning I went to the farm and we moved the pizza oven, the wood burning pizza oven, from around the back of the barn to the front of the barn. So it's a little easier to access to make some pizza. So unfortunately, Unfortunately, I can't make pizzas for people there yet because we're locked down.
I did arts and crafts today. Talk about that later, after I've.
Oh, you're doing art. Lisa's got a project on the go. Oh, coffee. If anybody wants coffee in the Durham region area, Lisa's going out tomorrow.
Not tomorrow, Tuesday. I'm picking up
Well, you're going out Tuesday. So if you want, our roaster is Dark City Coffee is roasting for us. So show us what? Run around?
No.
Oh, Lisa's crafts?
crafting,
No, it's
I'll
a
show
secret.
it to
It's
you
a surprise.
after.
But
I'll send it to you.
today's the deadline. After the show, if you need coffee, let us know. Lisa will do a drop off, so you e-transfer the money, and she drops it off on your porch. You don't have to look at her, see her. Even though she was there, you'll just find your coffee outside.
Oh, you could look at me through the window.
Will you ship it to BC? No, we could, but
Aw, Sarah.
Sarah, the party girl in BC. Elon Musk is making ventilators. Good. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see people. I think we have to make the best out of this disaster, and I think society is going to change for the better. I'm hoping it will. I think, but the longer it goes, we've got to do this every day.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus! What kind of? What was that? You don't want to do it?
I like socializing with people, interacting.
We are. They're all
I
here.
know.
They're all here. Look, Paul is giving Sarah a heart right there on the screen. They're interacting within this. It's all going on.
It's all going on. It's not the same.
And we don't touch anybody.
Well, you don't have to touch people.
People are touchy-feely.
I don't know where you hang out.
I got to find a couple more questions before we go. Who is often called the father of the computer?
Mark Robinson.
No, I'm not. Definitely not. Who is often called the father of the computer? I would never have guessed this. It is Charles Babbage.
I don't know who that is.
Any questions?
Nope.
So we have to plant more than just kale, and we're going to do tomatoes. We should get them going.
Yes, we've got them.
Because if you are
already.
going to plant outside and you're going to do it from seed, you need to get them now because they take 2 months before you can put them outside. So now it's March, mid-March, or towards the end of March.
Gregory. What about Gregory, Teresa?
Gregory's not making ventilators.
No.
I think you need to get the seeds now because if you wait too long, they won't be ready. You want to plant the stuff in June. So that way we've got all of April and May for the seed to get strong enough to get outside. So you want to plant now, folks. Alan Turing. No, it says Alan Turing was, didn't he come up with the binary code? Wasn't he known for the binary code?
Oh, father of computer.
Oh, Gregory. I don't know. My coffee's getting cold.
Mine's gone. It was very yummy.
Iced coffee. Ugh. So we're hoping to have a different setup tomorrow. We might do it. And then we talked about doing one in the kitchen, a cooking one.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, what should we make? If we do it in the kitchen, what should we be making? That's not a riddle. I think maybe use the Vitamix and show people how to make like a smoothie from like the fuel shed. I think that'd be really cool. How to make smoothies. That would be and soups. So how to make a soup in the Vitamix and how to make a smoothie.
Really loud.
What is?
To run the Vitamix.
We could just plug it in outside. Go outside, plug it in, and bring the jug in. We don't need the Vitamix inside. We could have one pre-made like they do on the cooking shows, the fancy cooking shows.
Fancy cooking shows.
But I have one right here already cooked. We could do that. Apple cake. Nah, no cakes.
We try not to have cake
No cakes.
because if it's
No
in the
apple
house,
cake.
we'll eat it.
No. We could do bread, but bread. You're honestly, if you want to know how to make bread, I could send you a great link to a YouTube channel. That's how I learned to do it. And it takes so long because you got to go through all the process. So you really need to make a video
pizza
for that.
with a song and wine, please. I sent it to Paula.
Oh yeah.
I
Okay,
sent
so
her
so what we'll do? Okay, here's what we'll plan. Here's what we're gonna do. Next week. Well, it doesn't matter what day on the weekend because no one's working. But what we should do is one day this week, I'll get the dough ready, and we will go live with our pizza party.
Oh, Hillary, you have to send me the recipe.
So let's do pizza party one night. So maybe if we pick, so let's say what night should we do pizza party?
Oh, we just had pizza. Give it some time.
We're going to do a party. Thursday night. It doesn't matter what night. Everybody's home. And why wait till Saturday? And we have wine still.
We might not.
So let's Thursday night. Look at your face, how it froze there. You look so mad at me, and I was looking at you.
Yeah.
I was looking at you with love, and you had this look on your face like, shut the. Okay, so Thursday night.
Paula, you're getting pizza then.
Thursday at 7. Thursday at 7 o'clock, we are going to have a live pizza party.
Oh, good.
We are going to have Italian music. I will be dancing. I will be making the pizza. I got a great playlist for this. So Lisa's will tell you what I'm doing when I'm making it. You can be the one, and now Mark's putting on the stuff. You could do that part of the cooking show.
Oh.
You'd be like the host.
Oh.
We can do it like that show. What's that show? Remember the dragon? No, what was the cooking show? The one they did in the Chinese one.
Chop?
Or Japanese. No, the real big one. The real big cooking show they had. Oh, remember? No, not Chop. Chop was after. Remember you had the judges and the samurai and the guy would come out? Nah. It wasn't Chop. What was it called?
I don't remember any Chinese.
Oh,
guy.
what's the show? The guy would come out. It was all, wasn't it? Weren't they all? It was Japanese. The guy was Japanese. What was that show called? Oh, it's gonna bug me now.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Remember? And they always had to cook the food. It was one of the first ones they had to cook. They had a competition and they had to plate it all and get it ready. And they would have like judges. It was one of the first
like
ones.
Chopped.
No, Chopped came after. That's when it all got stupid.
Oh, Iron Chef.
Iron Chef. That's it. We could do Iron Chef. We could both. You know what we could do? We could both make a pizza, and everybody watching can be the judge.
No.
Because you're afraid you're going to lose. That's why. So yeah, we'll keep announcing it. So Thursday night at 7 o'clock, it's pizza night. So that means on Tuesday I got to start getting the dough ready. So Iron Chef. So we are going to do that. Thursday night is pizza party, Italian pizza party at 7 o'clock. I'm going to have my apron on. I'm going to have my wine. I'm going to be singing Italian songs.
It closed.
Who's yelling? Am I yelling?
Of course he is.
I'm yelling. Oh, I'm yelling Iron Chef. Out loud? Are you saying it out loud? Christian Lewis is here. Christian Lewis.
Oh, cool.
Christian Lewis is currently walking around the UK, walking on foot with his dog Jet. So great to see you, Christian. Hope all is well. He's up in the Shetland Islands right now, and Christian is living out in.
You're not supposed to encourage him, Paula.
Christian is living out in the what's that word I'm looking for? Out in the extremities. He's living out basically out of huts, shelters that he finds as he goes, and he's raising money for SAFA in England. So We should
Everybody,
cover that one day this week on our show.
everybody was yelling at you, Iron Chef. but
Iron
you
Chef.
weren't looking
Well,
at
I
the
was
screen.
looking at, but no, there's a delay.
There is a delay.
There's a delay.
A slight delay.
There's a delay. So you can't get the, yeah, we're delayed. So right now nothing's coming up, but I know people are saying stuff. So we have to wait till it comes. But if we wait, then we can't sit here. We can't stop. We got to keep going. It's not fair to the people.
Hi, Christian.
Hey, Christian. Christian, I had to laugh today because I saw, actually, Joanne sent it to me. It was Neil Diamond singing Sweet Caroline, and he had changed the words to hands, washing hands. And it was all about no touching and all that. So it was really funny. So I thought of everybody. So I think Molly had sent it over to your Nana so she could see it. So yeah, so Thursday night at 7 Eastern Time, p.m., we're having our Italian pizza party.
Wonderful.
Lisa can't wait. It may just be me.
It might just be.
So maybe, and maybe we need 2 bottles. Eggs and cheese. Eggs and cheese is good too.
Come to Canada. Mark can make you pizza.
Christian's gonna, when he's done his, when he gets around the UK, I'm gonna bring him over here and we're gonna drive across Canada in the tiny house.
You and Christian?
That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take him across Canada. We're gonna do we're gonna do a tour.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd
for
be
you
pretty
guys.
cool. But he's got to get around the UK yet. He's got another couple of years, I think. But yeah, he's got a lot. It's absolutely incredible. You've been at this 2.5 years now. He started walking in Wales, and he's walked around half of Wales, up through England, over to Northern Ireland, back over to England, up through the Scottish coast, and he's now at the top, coming around the eastern part, and absolutely phenomenal. He's became a cult hero in England. It's amazing. It's fantastic for him. I'm so happy. But the thing is, you just don't get that stuff without doing it, and he's definitely doing it. And his dog is incredible. So I suggest you go follow Chris Walks UK is his Facebook page. I will actually post it in this chat link. You'll see it. Chris Walks UK. You can donate some money. He's almost at £100,000 for SAFA, and what SAFA is, they raise money for veterans, British veterans from the war that have gone through hard times, struggling with different things like what do they call it? Post-stress disorder.
Your mom.
So yeah, it's nice to see some family in here hanging out, and yeah, we'll have a good night. So remember though,
Night,
Thursday,
Teresa.
we'll remind you tomorrow, but Thursday is pizza night. We're gonna have a party. We're gonna have the Italian music on. We're gonna have a party for our people in Italy who have been going through such a hard time. So we're gonna have a pizza party. So if you can get pizza ready for Thursday night, get some wine, order it. You got enough time to order wine from the LCBO. Don't go out and get it like I did yesterday. And we'll be having our pizza. Christian's gonna sign in. He'll have his eggs and cheese, and we're gonna have our pizza party. So we're gonna sign out now because it's almost 5. We're gonna let you go, and I'm gonna go and heat up my leftovers. Oh, not yet. It's not time for dinner.
It's not time for
No.
dinner yet.
I'm gonna go and clean up the dog poop in the backyard. Actually, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do right now. I was supposed to do this earlier. I'm gonna do it now. So we're gonna let you guys go. It's been absolutely wonderful. We do it for you guys, but really we do it for us, because we absolutely love interacting with everybody and seeing everybody and having all the comments. So we let you go, and get your Delicio. Order pizza. For those locally, you can order pizza. You can go to Junior's Pizza. They're still making pizza out of their caravan, or caravan trailer. Well, it is a caravan. But they're Junior Sourdough Pizza. You can get it there. You can Rosalina's out in Bowmanville. I don't know if they're still making it or not. But anyways, you can just get a piece of frickin' bread and put some sauce on it and put some pepperoni on it, and you're all set. So we're going to go. We're going to have a great evening, you two. Remember, make the best of this time, folks. And we will see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
A pizza party, really?
Really? I don't know how to finish. There we go. End broadcast.